This is exactly what I would do to prepare to return to work and send my baby to daycare at the end of my maternity leave. So first of all, it's sad that this time is coming to an end, but if you must return to work, that's what we have to do. First step, recovery and bonding. We have a lot of things on our list to do, but those are the number one. You want to take care of yourself first. Everybody's birth is different. You may be doing fine during recovery. You may be struggling. So first of all, you are the priority in your baby. Next, finding your rhythm with your baby. That, of course, is a priority as well. Your rhythm with feeding and sleeping, and hopefully you are getting there by the time your maternity leave is in. The next thing we're going to do is think about some of the things that we were thinking about in the third trimester. During your third trimester, you were probably cleaning your house, trying to do appointments, trying to get everything done. We're going to look at that list again and kind of redo it now that we're returning to work soon. So first step, appointments and errands. Okay, so you've had some appointments with baby. You may have a couple more coming up. Is there any way you can squeeze some of those appointments in before returning to work? It's going to be a lot easier for you and for baby. Other things that you may or may not have gotten done before baby arrived. So oil change, haircut, dentist. Some of those may have been put on hold. Say you do coloring in your hair that wasn't safe to do while pregnant. You might now be doing it. Or say at the dentist, you got a cleaning, they found a cavity, but they weren't comfortable filling it while you were pregnant. Maybe now is the time to get that done. Other things would be preparing for what's coming. Say you're going back to work and it's October. Well, maybe you go ahead and work on your Christmas card and buying some Christmas presents, or at least making like an Amazon wish list. So basically what I'm saying is get ahead for upcoming seasons that are on the horizon before you return to work. Now let's talk about you actually returning to work. You need to get yourself ready. So for you, this could be trying on your old work clothes. Do they still fit? Do we need to go shopping? Are you going to be a pumping mom? If you are your shirts pumping friendly? Also with your pumping, you have rights. I'm not saying you don't. You of course have rights to pump at work, but you may want to go ahead and check in with your employer about what they do have available for you as far as like a room to pump, how frequently you can pump. And this is going to depend greatly on your job. You know, if you're somewhere like a front desk receptionist where you need to be there, it's hard to ditch away. What's the plan for who's going to cover you? Or if you are a server at a restaurant, how are you going to make that work? Now, I know some people work in more of an office setting and they can literally take their laptop to the pumping room and work while they're pumping. So it definitely depends on your work environment. But you may want to go ahead and start asking some questions about that and figure out what you need to be prepared for. You know, do you have a fridge available to put milk in? How are you going to wash your pump parts and transporting this stuff back and forth? So maybe start getting prepared as far as yourself and if you're pumping. Next, we need to start getting baby ready. So if baby's going to daycare, we need to talk to the daycare, make sure we understand everything we need to understand. What kind of schedule are they going to be on? Are they not really on a schedule yet? Is that okay? We need to try to mimic what daycare is going to be like to the best of our ability. And this might mean waking them up at a certain time in the morning and putting them to bed at a certain time at night, trying to fall into a schedule. So start slowly getting prepared on that. If your baby is breastfeeding, you need to make sure they are fully comfortable taking a bottle. Bottle is the only option at daycare. Packing list. Do you need to purchase any items specifically or provide any items? Like if you're pumping, are you providing breast milk? You need to talk to them about how they're handling it, how much they need, labeling practices, and such like that, because they're going to want to make sure that they're properly storing the milk, thawing the milk, and if things are dated, ounces, tracking, all that. So just talking to the daycare and making sure you're organized. When it comes to baby, you might want to just stock up on stuff in general. Before returning to work, let's order some diapers, order some wipes, which you may need to then send to daycare, but make sure you have plenty at home as well. Get ahead on these things. Once you return to work, it's going to feel a little hectic. So you're going to thank yourself for everything you can possibly get done. And finally, on baby, if you are doing a baby book or journal of any sort, you're going to want to get that fully caught up before you go back to work because life is only going to get busier. Now let's talk about some household tasks. So some of these are going to relate back to that third trimester list. Are you working on getting your house clean? You might even hire professionals. That's okay. No judgment. But cleaning, meal prepping, maybe making freezer meals or cooking up meat in advance, cleaning. Obviously, you want to have laundry caught up, do some large grocery runs, like have your non-perishables like pasta and stuff in the pantry. As far as your household, you're going to want to get some routines and some different things in place as far as like function in your home. So start getting organized as far as when you return home from work. What do you need to prep for the next day? Do you need to wash your pump? Do you need to put milk in the fridge to thaw for daycare the next day? Sort of working on what your new routine needs to be, starting to get it established and starting to get it figured out. And you're going to tweak that along the way as you get back into work, but figuring out routines and rhythms and systems. And then finally, we got that final week before returning to work. So this is going to be more of what I just said of the meal planning and prepping and having your fridge clean, but yet stocked. Same with your pantry, clean, but stocked. You want to have laundry caught up, wash all the sheets, all the towels, sweep out your car. That's a great one. You're going to feel really good going to work with that clean car. Practice your routine as that week is ending and approaching your return back to work and your start of daycare. Get all those appointments finished up you can, order groceries, prep them, stock up on things like toilet paper in your home. Just do everything you can to set yourself up for success. I am going to link some articles in the description, one of which is a maternity leave coming to an end. Basically, I have a written format of this, so if you prefer written words, print it out, make a list off of that. I'm going to link my 3rd trimester to-do list, which can be used for this as well. Not everything obviously is going to match up perfectly, but it's very similar in the idea and thought process. And then I'm also going to list an article that is about preparing for the start of daycare. I hope you liked this video and I hope you found it useful. If you could do me a favor, comment anything else that you think you should do before your maternity leave ends. Let's help other mamas out. So comment anything you think they should do, whether it's self-care, chores. Thank you for being here today. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel so you can find more videos and not lose me forever. Have a wonderful day.